Don't worry, we'll stay in radio contact. Everything will be under control, she said, turning to me. What if something goes wrong? Reinforcements will come. Stay in touch, he said. You have only 1 day of supplies. If we don't regain contact by then, reinforcements will be sent. The airlock doors were open with a heavy hiss. As soon as Sarah and Tom stepped across the threshold, the doors slid shut. Minutes later, their small recon helicopter rose into the sky on the horizon. Black as a shadow, it ascended, its fuselage bearing the white X logo. I watched them silently until they disappeared beyond the horizon. Now we wait, he said, then left. I couldn't shake the anxiety. It coursed through every cell of my body. I paced back and forth across the central hall, unable to settle. A premonition of disaster gripped me, though I tried to push it away. The screen fades to black. It would come even before the signal. I checked all the colonist's sensors. Everything was normal. Strange, I whispered. The wake of alarm sounded. I went for my ration. On the way, I ran into Captain Harry. We exchanged a few words, then headed to our stations. Work distracted me. I forgot that outside the dome were people who might never return. The workload was overwhelming. I needed to process countless prescriptions for signature, fill forms for dispensed tablets, enter data into the database science stamp archive. I had a lot to do. How can I get it all done? I muttered. I focused on work. All that could be heard was the rustle of paper and typing on the keyboard. Then the radio crackled. I jumped. My heart pounded. Dome, this is the over. Seconds of static on the radio drove me crazy. We found it. Her voice came through, fragmented. Static, then silence again. My palms sweated. The balance I'd only recently regained was gone again. And the radio. Over, I said in a trembling voice. We're coming back, she added. The radio fell silent. Several hours later, Tom and Sarah returned to the dome. I'd been waiting for them in Tom's capsule. Those were the longest hours of my life. I paced from wall to wall, unable to find a place to rest. I sat, stood, lay down, but couldn't find a spot. Suddenly, the familiar electronic hiss of airlock doors, a soft hiss of air. They stepped into the capsule. Their faces were exhausted, eyes deep and shaded. Their movements were slow. They collapsed onto the bed. Finally, he sighed heavily. Not just a day, it felt like an eternity. I completely agree. It's the longest day I can remember, I said with a smile. No sooner had we rested than Captain Harry practically stormed into the capsule. What do you have for me? Let's go fast. I don't have time to wait. They struggled to sit up. Tom slowly pulled a hard drive from his back. You'll never believe what's in this little box, he said with a grin. Don't drag it out, please. I connected it to the computer, taped it for a while, and then the moment of truth. Are you ready? Are you even asking? From the first ring, we're ready. Tom pressed play. The monitor screen displayed an animation of a face speaking. Voice recording. You're listening to this, it means my plan worked. I'm one of the engineers who designed the dome's ventilation system. We were ordered to build it simply, but I added something of my own vents unrecorded on any blueprints. Sensors were programmed to trigger at the right time, releasing a gas that induces sleep, during which you would receive coordinates that could help you survive. Couldn't trust anyone. Every face was a mask, every word a test. The authorities decided decided to destroy humanity, leaving only the chosen locked inside the dome, enslaved by the system, and you are those chosen. But I hope that thanks to my plan and your courage, life will exist beyond the dome. Your plans will crumble. You must find Module E, located directly beneath the dome's roof. It's not marked on any plan. It exists only in my mind and I will reveal it to you. Here are the coordinates 57, 185, 485, 974. There you will find everything you need to release samples from extinct creatures, since the memory of humanity. But be cautious, not everyone in Dome X can be trusted. Among them are those complicit in the destruction of all life. If they discover this, they will do everything to destroy you too. I knew too much. That's why I no longer exist. There was no place for me under any dome. But my life was worth hundreds, those whom I can still save with your help. You are the continuation. You are humanity's hope. You are the new chapter after the end. The camera slowly rises and follows the ventilation shaft.